would you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how...
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They will be led out by their 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. Now in his 16th season, the veteran Ben Roethlisberger.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's caught. Jones. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears under second-year coach Matt Nagy. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do. And we're talking about Jason Kelce now, not Travis, his brother, who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Yeah, boy, got a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. So Dalton now. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame.
Nice pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. First and 10 for Dalton. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dalton now to pass. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Brashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with a touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up, because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he completes it to Hunt. Whoa, shifty.
Whoa.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
From midfield here, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. That'll bring up second down.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On second down, Samuels. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third down from the gun. Dalton. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Quick slant there. Gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play. And Dalton to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing. Dalton setting up the screen. This is Samuels. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw here, Dalton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Jordan Reed has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here we go.
We use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
third down. A shot here for Dalton. That is caught. It's Perriman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot... And they turn it over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Roethlisberger now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. This will be caught by Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Looking long for his tight end read. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Andy Dalton, and that's caught by Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. That's into the hands of Reynolds. The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the carry, it's Samuels. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Here's White. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Here's Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFau. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Dalton now to pass. And that's complete to LaFau. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. On 2nd and 9, Dalton throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. So Dalton now. He'll have a first down inside the 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. James White, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Rosas good with the extra point.
I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that showed a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They run again with Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He'll field this at the 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Samuels. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider safe.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 10. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he completes it to Hunt. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Hunt on the draw play. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Jones has it. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He completes it to Jones. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Samuels. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now Dalton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first. Down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Samuels. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Big spot, Andy Dalton. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame. That's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this. This is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
A toss running left. Samuels. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So the inability there to get the two-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Chris Godwin with 2 ticks remaining as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute.
I don't think there's any great secret or mystery here. We're in the fourth quarter. You got to take that shot, especially since you're down on the scoreboard. But I have to understand what was going on defensively. They've got to know that as well, don't they?
Absolutely, but they look lost defensively, and they took that shot, got in the end zone, now in position here to take the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. This is taken at his 4. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for L.A., it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a